James Comey fired as the head of the FBI. He was investigating Trump's connections with Russia, stated that publicly, and apparently he was fired while in visiting the bureau in Los Angeles for the FBI. He was taken completely by surprise by it. As we reported earlier in this breaking news story, the firing seems to be in a panic. So they put out a press statement now where senior White House and Justice Department officials are saying that no, they've been working on building a case against James Comey for a whole week. What, you're gonna fire the head of your FBI and you only spent a week, even less than a week, because they said last week we were working on it. That doesn't even mean a whole week. You were working on it for less than a week? If you were gonna remove the head of your FBI, wouldn't you have a replacement? They don't have a replacement. Wouldn't you work on it for a little bit longer than a week? Wouldn't you come up with a little bit better excuse than I fired her because of
I fired him.
Sorry, I fired him because of what he did to Hillary Clinton. Okay, we reported this earlier as well. Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein says he couldn't defend how James Comey handled the Hillary Clinton investigation. He, among the things that he said is that for him to release derogatory information about her in that press conference was unacceptable. Are you kidding me? Your whole campaign was about derogatory information about Hillary Clinton. You guys chanted lock her up.
I'm very curious to see what the response of his supporters will be, right? Because if that's the excuse that he's giving, remember, a lot of people, I mean, I just go back to the RNC, a lot of people were obsessed with bashing her, with locking her up. I mean, his avid supporters despised her. And if he's using that as the excuse for firing Comey.
Yeah, that's why they put in one extra line, Anna.
Okay.
They put in the line about, and by the way, of course, he actually should not have closed that investigation of Hillary Clinton and not said that no charges should be issued. So that's for his supporters to go, oh yeah, well he should have locked her up. Of course we're firing him. But remember, he knew all of that. And the Deputy Attorney General and the Attorney General knew all of that when they stepped into office, and they made an active show of keeping Comey on anyway.
That's right.
This is not new information. It is incredibly disingenuous to pretend that that stuff that happened months ago is new information. It isn't. Why all of a sudden last week, if you're to be believed, it's not that. It's even early, it's even more recent than that. All of a sudden you're like, oh my God, James Comey did a press conference about Hillary Clinton and didn't charge her and then made derogatory comments about her? Did anybody know this? Nobody knew this. Nobody knew that James Comey's investigation was gonna be this complicated. Okay, but here's the great Trump quote about it, because here we go. Because the Trump quotes are really, really telling, because he will usually scream like, I'm not doing X when he's doing X, right? So he says, well, I greatly appreciate you informing me on 3 separate occasions that I am not under investigation. I nevertheless concur with the judgment of the Department of Justice that you're not able to effectively lead the Bureau. In other words, it's about Trump being investigated. And Comey didn't say that Trump wasn't under investigation. He said the Trump administration's links to Russia is what was being investigated. Trump goes, see, he didn't say me personally, but that's because he has to actually do the investigation. Apparently he had done enough of it. Trump, you're so stupid, you shouldn't say that quote. It's gonna draw everybody's attention, which they naturally would have anyway. But to the Russian investigation, when you go, now, let me remind you as I'm firing James Comey, this is not about the Russian investigation. Oh, yeah. So stupid. If we didn't already know that there was giant smoke coming out of the building, it's like you pointing to the smoke going, now remember, this is not about the smoke. And where there's smoke, there definitely isn't fire. And I didn't light that fire. Okay, is Donald Trump done? We're doing a poll immediately. tytnetwork.com/Trump. Is Donald Trump done? Period. I think he is. We're not the Young Turks, you're the Young Turks. You power this show. Together we built something amazing. We've broken stories like the Donna Brazil story the mainstream media wouldn't break. We built the studio, we built this network. It's now #1, all thanks to you guys. Let's come build it even bigger and stronger. tytnetwork.com/join.